Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to Story Field here on the campus of Lower Columbia College here in Longview, Washington, as the Northwest Athletic Conference Baseball Championships continue here today. The 2019 version running now through Monday here at Story Field, and today this is game number 2, featuring the Tacoma Titans and the Linn-Benton Roadrunners. The Titans, the West number 2 team with a 39-8 record, 20-5 in the West Division, while Linn-Benton comes in as the South number 1 team, a record of 30-9, and they were 20-4 in the division. Again, they are the South number 1 team. The winner of this ball game will play Spokane tomorrow afternoon at 4:35, and the loser will play Edmonds at 9:35 tomorrow morning. That is a losers out contest. Again, game number 2 of 4 here this afternoon, as we are now into the afternoon. As I mentioned, Spokane knocked off Edmonds 5-2 in game number 1. We have Tacoma and Linn-Benton. Then at 4:35, Yakima Valley versus Everett. Then the nightcap tonight scheduled for 7:35 will be Mount Hood and the 2-time defending NWAC champion, Lower Columbia Red Devils. Teams being introduced here right now, as Tacoma has been designated the visitors here for game number 2, and Linn-Benton the home team. So you get a look there at Linn-Benton as they're having their starters introduced right now, as we're getting ready to get their starters introduced right now, and then we'll have this ball game. Here is the starting lineup. First for Tacoma, head coach Ryan Mummert. Leading off the third base will be Kenton Robillard. Will be followed by the right fielder, number 5, Justin Vanderbrink. Hitting third for the Titans this afternoon will be the first baseman, Robbie Pogue. Pogue hitting third. Sam Olson hits fourth. He is a designated hitter this afternoon. Brock Gagliardi is the catcher, and Gagliardi will hit number 5 for Tacoma here this afternoon. He'll be followed by the center fielder hitting 6th, R.J. Green. Green batting 6th and playing center field for Tacoma. Hitting 7th this afternoon will be the shortstop, Gavin Grant. Grant hitting 7th. Thomas Wheeler will follow him in the number 8 spot. Wheeler is the left fielder batting 8th. And hitting 9th this afternoon for Tacoma will be Cameron McIntosh. McIntosh, the second baseman, batting 9th for Tacoma. Starting pitcher for Tacoma today will be Logan Gerling. Gerling comes in with a perfect record. He is 10-0 on the year with an ERA of 1.50. He has made 13 appearances, and he has started 11 games, and so far he has 2 complete games to his credit, along with 2 shutouts. For the Linn-Benton Roadrunners, the South number 1 team, coached by Andrew Peterson. And they'll start off with Daquan Dennis Lee. Dennis Lee is the third baseman who'll be leading off here this afternoon. He'll be followed by the shortstop for the Albany, Oregon-based team, Richard Mascarenas. Mascarenas hitting second. He is the shortstop. Jacob Melton is the number 3 hitter. He is the center fielder for the Roadrunners. Hitting fourth is Parker Coons. Coons is the left fielder, batting 4th for Linn-Benton. Designated hitter is Colton Talton. Talton batting 5. He is a number 5 on his back, and he's a designated hitter. Here's a guy we're going to probably struggle with for a little bit, beginning with his name. Hitting 6, Jordan Mambahe. Mambahe is the catcher and hitting 6th. Batting 7th will be Fritjof Fremstad. Fremstad is the first baseman, and he is hitting 7th. Batting 8th today for Linn-Benton will be the second baseman, Marcus Leiden. Leiden batting 8th, and hitting 9th for the Roadrunners here this afternoon will be the right fielder, Maxwell Long. Starting pitcher for Linn-Benton this afternoon will be Daniel Ferrario. Ferrario has a record of 6-1 on the year. He has an ERA of 2.08. He has made 7 starts on the year with no complete games. So again, this is game number 2 of 4 that we'll be playing here at the NWAC tournament through Monday. The first championship game set for Monday at 12:05. If necessary, we'll have a second one following at about 3:35. And Lord Columbia College, the two-time defending champion here at the NWAC tournament. Our home plate umpire this afternoon is Mark Hewitt, local kid from Longview. He'll be joined at first base by Jim Courtney, and down at third base, Dick Stevens. The coaches and the umpires going over the ground rules here at Lower Columbia College's David Story Field, and making sure everything is ready to go as we get set for this ball game. Right now, temperature in Longview, it says it's 64 degrees. It feels like it's warmer than that, but we're supposed to have better weather this afternoon. Later this afternoon, temperatures in the low to mid 70s. There is a concern as we go through the weekend as for rain. Tomorrow we expect a high of just 59 degrees. And as I look ahead, we expect rain starting overnight and running quite a bit through the day tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. Saturday is also supposed to be rainy and 60. Sunday, a much better day, 75 and clouds. Then Monday, supposed to be perfect, 75 degrees and sunshine. So we'll see how the weather holds out here at Story Field as these two teams get ready to do battle in game number 2. Long pregame show out there, and nice crowd here so far. And again, 2 more contests here this afternoon. Again, leading off for Tacoma will be Robillard, Vanderbrake, and Pogue, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters, set to face Daniel Ferrario. You'll be able to catch most of the games here on Topher Vision, and hopefully you'll have an opportunity to stop by and check them out as well. The teams and managers continue to talk here before the ball game. And again, this is an artificial turf, which really does help when the weather is not the greatest. And we'll hopefully not have bad weather and able to get this tournament in with no problems. Linn-Benton looking for his first title since 1991. Tacoma looking for its first ever championship. Been here 15 times and has not been able to bring home the trophy. So we'll see how Tacoma does here today. Again, the West number 2 team, as you get a look at the starting pitcher for the Roadrunners, Daniel Ferrario. Right-handed pitcher. Ferrario from West Linn, Oregon. And West Linn has a lot of good athletes in that area. I mean, you see a lot of kids going to the University of Oregon, a lot of kids going to Oregon State. Around here, we see a lot of the young kids here at the Cal Ripken level where they first get ready to go, and then they move on up into the programs. And usually, like I said, Linn-Benton has had, or West Lynn's had a pretty good run of athletes for quite a while. Again, Ferrario continuing with his warm-up pitches on the mound. The right-hander, again, a 2.08 earned run average, 6-1 on the year. He's pitched 43 in the 3rd innings, has given up 33 hits, and he has struck out 53 on the season. And so far, hitters are batting .216 against Ferrario. Right-handed pitcher takes his final toss. The throw down to second base by Mambahe, and we're about ready to get this ball game underway. Again, stepping on in for Tacoma will be Kenton Robillard, to be followed by Justin Vanderbrake and Robbie Pogue. Game number 2 here of the NWAC Baseball Championships. You hear the kids getting ready as they chant in the background, and here's the first pitch, and that fastball misses high for ball 1. So Robillard takes the first pitch, and that is high as the first pitch comes at 12:39 here this afternoon. So just a couple of minutes late. That worked out pretty good. Here's the next pitch, and that fastball outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Robillard. Robillard on the year, a .288 hitter, right-hander. You take a look at him, the number 13 on his jersey. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swing, hit off the end of the bat into the dugout of Linn-Benton. Fortunately, no one hit there. One thing about LCC, it is a very close dugout area, and there is really no protection as the kids are all hanging over the edge as it comes basically up to their belt line. You got to be ready. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing, fouled away. The count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robillard on the year has 1 home run, 35 RBIs. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes now on the leadoff hitter, Robillard. Ferrario ready, out of the stretch. 1-2 pitch, swing, foul back to the screen. The count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind blowing in just a little bit, say 5 to 8 miles per hour, as the flag out in center field blowing in towards us. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, fastball swing, lifted to right field down the line. It's going to be a tough play in foul territory, and it falls to the turf, and the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tough play for both the first baseman and the right fielder, Fremstad and Long, as that ball was twisting away from both of them towards the bullpen area, and it falls foul, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield back deep. As Ferrario's ready. Here's a pitch. Swing, chopped in front of the plate, and it'll go foul. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robillard really making the pitcher Ferrario work here, as he's fouled off about 3 straight pitches. And the count stays at 1-2. He'll step back in once again. And Ferrario, who continues to work out of the stretch, will take the signals. He's ready. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Busts a fastball, and that's inside. Ball 2. Looked like he tried to push Robillard off the plate a little bit, and it missed below the knees and inside. And the guy evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vanderbrake waits on deck for the Titans. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Fastball swing, bouncing ball up the first baseline. Foul. The count stays at 2-2. Well, Robillard is really making Ferrario work here, as the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he'll step back in once again. He's fouled off at least 4 pitches since he has stepped in. He has his right foot at the back of the batter's box. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Fastball, swing, and a high chopper towards the second baseman. He leaps, it goes off his glove and into right field. Tough play there for Linn-Benton, as the ball bounced very high, hit the heel of his glove, and then goes into right field, and it'll be ruled an error on the second baseman. So Robillard commits an error on the chopper to second base, and Tacoma has the leadoff batter on. That'll bring to the plate the right fielder, hitting second here this afternoon for Tacoma, Justin Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake, right-handed hitter. He'll step on in, face Ferrario. Not a big lead at first, and the first pitch is up and in, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Justin Vanderbrake. No score between Tacoma and Linn-Benton. Just a second batter here in the top of the first inning. Vanderbrake will step back in once again. Third baseman Lee cheating on in for Linn-Benton, as the next pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Middle infielders playing at double play depth, as the ball will get on top of you quickly, and you can turn the double play if it's fielded cleanly. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That fastball way upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes down, Justin Vanderbrake. Hogue waits on deck for Tacoma. 3 balls, no strike on Vanderbrake. Then out of the stretch, Ferrario works. Here's the pitch. Fastball, inside corner, strike 1. Vanderbrake, the leading hitter for Tacoma, at a .395 batting average. Also their best home run hitter, he has 8 on the year. Also leads the team in RBIs, 58. Pretty good hitter, huh? Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses high, ball 4. The Vanderbrake will trot on down to first base on the walk. Down to second base goes Robillard. And Ferrario walks his first batter of the ball game. So right off the bat, Tacoma has something going on as the first two batters have reached base. As Robillard reached on an error, now Vanderbrake has walked. So first and second, nobody out, and they'll bring to the plate the number 3 hitter, Robbie Pogue. Pogue, the first baseman, left-handed hitter. As Ferrario is ready, here's the pitch. Fastball at the letters, strike 1. No balls and a strike on the number 3 hitter, Robbie Pogue. Pogue takes a look down to see what's shaking with his, I know it's always work. Kirk Rowland, who's our sports director at KLOG Radio and also AD here. Here's my phone ringing. Of course, it's a radio station. Next pitch misses low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Pogue. Runners at first and second with nobody out for Tacoma here in the top of the first. Pogue again takes a look down at Ryan Mummert down at third base. Here's a pitch. Fastball, bunts it down the third base line. It's right on the line, then it'll trickle foul. Well, rolls foul down the third base line, and the count now at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Robbie Pogue. Oh, the Tacoma Titans were trying to get runners in scoring position with just 1 out. Now it'll be up to Pogue to try and deliver a base hit. And maybe for plate Robillard. Here's a pitch, and that's off speed, and that's high. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes rather now on Pogue. A lot of pitches for Ferrario here in the first inning, as Robillard really made them work. Here's a pitch. That fastball sails high and away for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Pogue. And really, Ferrario is laboring out there here in the first inning, having a problem finding the strike zone. But that plate is jumping all over right now. The count now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Pogue. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Pogue fans for the first out of the inning. So a much needed strikeout for Ferrario, as it does not allow the Tacoma runners a chance to advance on the out. We have our first out of the ball game. That'll bring the plate the number 4 hitter, Sam Olson, designated hitter for Tacoma this afternoon. Right-handed batter. First pitch to him. Fastball he's taking, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Olson. No score, top of the first between Tacoma and Linn-Benton. Game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. And Ferrario again from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball popped up behind home plate. The catcher looking for it. He reaches out and he makes the catch for the second out. Mabawe, a great job as he made a basket catch just in front of the screen, and Olson is retired for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs now, and it'll be up to Brock Gagliardi to try and deliver with 2 outs for Tacoma. Runners at first and second, but now with 2 outs for the Titans. And Ferrario's first pitch to him, swing and a miss, strike 1. Gagliardi, a hefty cut there. And he's winding the count 0-1. Again, Tacoma got the first 2 batters on base, an error and a walk, and the next 2 have been unable to advance the runners. Here's the next pitch. It's a curveball. It's at the knees, strike 2. Just like that, Ferrario is in control here of the number 5 hitter, Gagliardi. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball. This is outside. Ball 1. Not a bad pitch. Hoping to get Gagliardi to go after it, but he lays off it. The count goes to 1-2. Infield all playing back now, looking for the ground ball. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swing, foul away. Now to play, down the third base line. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Gagliardi able to keep the inning alive, RJ Green awaits on deck. Right now, the catcher, Mambahe, goes on out, and he'll say something to Ferrario. Make sure they're on the same page. As Ferrario started out very shaky here, and so far has been able to keep the Titans off the board here in the top of the first. And he's just one strike away from retiring Gagliardi. Gagliardi sets back in again. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike three. And Gagliardi fans, that retires Tacoma here in the first inning of play. They get 2 runners on, but the next 3 go out, and Tacoma comes up empty here in the first inning. For the Titans, no runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base. After a half inning of play, your score Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton coming to bat.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Okay, we move to the bottom of the first inning. Linn-Benton, its first look at Logan Gerling, as they'll send up Dennis Lee, Mascarenas, and Melton here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Daquan Dennis Lee, be followed by Richard Mascarenas and Jacob Melton in a scoreless game. Gerling, a long look in. Now here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that fastball called strike 2. Gerling for Tacoma, a 1.50 ERA. Again, a 10-0 record with 2 complete games and 2 shutouts. And the next pitch, as the catcher sets up outside, must have missed a little low for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gerling on the year has struck out 85 in 72 innings. And he will work out of the set. Here comes the full windup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Dennis Lee's retired for the first out of the inning. For Gerling's first strikeout comes with the expense of the leadoff hitter, and they'll bring to the plate Richard Mascarenas.
Shortstop.
Mascarenas, the shortstop for Linn-Benton. Will be his first at bat here. And Mascarenas, a .315 batting average this year. And he takes the first pitch, outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Mascarenas. 29 RBIs on the year. No home runs, but he does have 9 doubles. Gerling ready. Here's the next pitch, and that fastball at the belt, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Mascarenas. Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton nothing. Bottom of the first inning here of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Gerling's ready. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Gerling fans the first 2 batters he's faced as he took a little bit off that. Mascarenas waves that. And he comes second out here of the second inning, or the first inning. So 2 outs. That'll bring to the plate Jacob Melton. Melton, the left-handed batter, the center fielder, and the first pitch to him. Fastball misses away. Ball 1. No balls and a strike. Or 1 ball, no strike, sorry. Looking for my notes here. Gerling's next pitch. That fastball, strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. Clark College in Vancouver, Washington is enrolling for summer quarter. Whether you want to advance your career, complete a degree, or earn your high school diploma, Clark College can help you reach your goal. Visit clark.edu to learn more. Next pitch, called a strike. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Melton. Well, Gerling looking to fan the side here as he's recorded the first 2 batters via the strikeout. We'll see if he can punch out the 3rd one. Gerling ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he strikes out the side. So Melton strikes out, and Gerling strikes out all 3 batters he faces in the top of the first, or bottom of the 1st inning. So for Linn-Benton in the bottom of the 1st, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 1, your score: Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton nothing.
I chose Centralia College because I wanted to stay close at home while getting a great education. Playing for a smaller school has a strong sense of a community, and they just want to see you succeed. We're bigger than just a team. We're a big family. My name is Dylan. I play baseball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
Okay, we go to the top half of the 2nd inning. And be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports, and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Stepping in to take the first pitch is R.J. Green, and it misses high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Green. He'll be followed by Grant, then Wheeler for Tacoma. Here's the next pitch. That fastball, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on R.J. Green. Green, a .296 hitter on the year. Hits from the left side. So the 3rd baseman Lee cheats up for Linn-Benton, and the pitch misses for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now on R.J. Green. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that fastball misses away. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on the number 6 hitter, Green. Again, Ferrario struggled in the 1st inning. First 2 batters reached base on an error and a walk, but then he recovered, got out the next 3. Here's the next pitch, ball 4. So they walked to lead off the 2nd inning, and that's the 2nd walk of the ball game given up by Ferrario. He struck out 2 and walked 2. That'll bring to the plate the number 7 hitter, Gavin Grant.
Shortstop, number 26.
Grant, the shortstop
Gavin
today,
Grant.
as a leadoff batter for Tacoma, is down at first base. No score, nobody out. Top of the 2nd between Linn-Benton and Tacoma. Grant steps in, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Fastball, looking all the way, and he's behind in the count. No balls and a strike. Gavin Grant, right-handed hitter. You take a look at him there. Now he shows the bunt, and he offers at it, misses, throw down to first base, and he is safe there. And the pitch was ruled a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Grant. Grant on the year, a .296 hitter. And shows the bunt again. This time he pushes it back to Ferrario. He fumbles it. He'll pick it up and throw it to first in time. And the runner is retired there. Covering at first base was Fremstad. And that will be a sacrifice bunt. And down to second base goes Green.
Left fielder.
So
number
1-3
28,
on the
Thomas
play as
Wheeler.
Grant is retired on the sacrifice. And into scoring position goes R.J. Green. That'll bring to plate Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler, the left fielder, hitting number 8 for Tacoma here. And the first pitch to him, he's taking all the way, strike one. No balls and a strike on Wheeler. Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton nothing. Here in game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Bouncing ball hit towards the second base and takes a high hop. Gloved there by Leiden. He throws the first in time. And Wheeler's retired for the second out of the inning. But advancing down the third on the play is Green as Wheeler's retired on the
Second
two-hopper.
baseman, number 20, Cameron McIntosh.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the second baseman, Cameron McIntosh. McIntosh, a right-handed batter, looking to give Tacoma its first run of the ball game. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing, fouled away. The count, no balls and 1 strike. Little bit late on the swing and ends up down the right field line. So the count, no balls and 1 strike on McIntosh. 2 outs, top of the second inning, no score. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That fastball low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on McIntosh. McIntosh, 261 on the year with 26 RBIs. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball swinging a bouncing ball. Hit towards the shortstop. Moving to his left. Throws the first in time. And that is it for Tacoma here in the top half of the second inning. 2 hopper grab there by Mascarenas. And McIntosh is retired for Tacoma. For the Titans in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton nothing.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We go to the bottom of the second inning and a scoreless contest, and Linn-Benton will come to bat here in the bottom of the second. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Kuntz, Talton, and Mambahe to face Gerling. Gerling struck out the side to start the game, and the first pitch is bunted down the third base line, and it'll go foul. You count no balls and a strike on Kuntz. No balls, 1 strike on Parker Kuntz, who is the left fielder for Linn-Benton this afternoon. He is their leading hitter on the year at .447. No home runs, but 15 RBIs on the year. And he'll step back in. No balls and a strike. Now the third baseman, Robillard, will move up even with the bag. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kuntz. 306 down the left field line, 342 to left center, 387 to center field as Gerling takes a look. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball, cut on and miss, strike 2. 354 to right center field and 326 down the right field line. But to hit it out here to left center and right center and to center field, you really got to put a charge into it. Gerling is ready. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. That fastball misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Catcher trying to frame the pitch there. Lardy could not get the call, so count evens at 2-2. Again, there's a pretty good size fence here at Story Field. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, fastball, fouled back to the screen, and stays at 2-2. From left center on, it's about a 10-foot jump to hit it over the center field fence. You get hit over about a 20-foot barn. Then to right field, you got to hit over a couple rows of banners. So that's probably another 18 feet up there too, 15 to 18 feet. So if you hit it out here to left center and to right center, you've hit a pretty good shot. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. Hit into right center fielder. Moving on over is the center fielder. That is Green, and he reaches up and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Kuntz, fly ball into the gap into right center field, but hung up in the air for a while. Allowed Green to run it down, and he's retired for the first out of the second inning.
5, Colton Talton.
Now to bring to the plate, number 5 hitter Colton Talton. As our score remains Tacoma nothing and Linn-Benton nothing, with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. And Talton, the right-handed hitter, will step on in, and he takes the first pitch. Misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Talton. Talton, 315 hitter with 4 home runs for Linn-Benton, which is a team high. Here's the next pitch. Swing, foul back to the screen. And the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck hitter Mambahe picks up the baseball. And now Gerling is ready. Peers on in, gets the signal. And here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Talton. Again, 3 of the 4 batters that have faced Gerling have struck out. The only one to get a bat on the ball is Kuntz. He flied out to the center fielder. Gerling ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Talton is retired for the second out of the inning. For Gerling, already 4 strikeouts in 1 2/3 innings of play.
The catcher, number 13,
That'll bring the plate. The catcher for Linn-Benton, Mambahe. So 5 outs recorded, and 4 have been strikeouts. Mahambe takes the first pitch, and that's at the letters for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Mambahe. Right-handed batter with a .305 batting average this year. Here comes Gerling's next pitch. Curveball waved at and missed. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Mambahe. So now Gerling looking for his 5th strikeout already. As he's heading the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Mambahe steps in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball is high. Ball 1. It's like a waste pitch there. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Get a look there at Gerling. Here comes the wind and the delivery. Another curveball. Called strike 3. Bombay knew it as he just puts the bat under his shoulder and walks away. And that retires Linn-Benton here in the second inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Roadrunners. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. After 2 complete innings of play, your score Tacoma nothing, Linn-Benton nothing.
For its donation of the scaffolds for our video.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Back to top of the order for the Tacoma Titans as we start the third inning. Neither team with a base hit, and Kenton Robillard takes the first pitch for a ball. No balls and 1 strike on Robillard. Here's Ferrario's next pitch, and that hit him. Got him on the back as he turns away and gets it right in the back shoulder. And he goes on down to first base on the hit by pitch. So Ferrario hits his first batter of the ball game. He's walked 2. And for the third straight inning, the Titans have gotten a runner on base to lead off the inning. Have yet, though, to score a run or even collect a base hit. That'll bring up Justin Van de Break. He shows the bunt, and that one nearly hit him. Got past the catcher, and down to second base goes the runner, Robillard. I believe it's going to be ruled a wild pitch, but we'll wait as the batter showed the bunt, and the pitch sailed inside. Are they going to call it an error? Error on the catcher? Oh, fastball? Oh, that's right, yeah. The error was early in the ballgame, that's right. So runner down to second on the pass ball. Now Vanderbeek, we'll see if he's still bunting again, and he is. Takes the bat back and takes the pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Justin Vanderbeek. He walked in his only at bat and stayed at first base after the next 3 hitters after him weren't able to do anything. So we're still scoreless. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that fastball is a little bit below the knees. We counted 2 balls and 1 strike. Obviously, Linn-Benton wants that pitch. Like yesterday, I went to the Longview Rotary meeting. We had a good time there as the guest speaker was a Major League Baseball umpire. Here's a 2-1 pitch, swing, chopped foul. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm a member of the Lower Columbia Umpire Association here in town, which right now the guy behind the home plate is the president of the association. But we were invited to the Longview Rotary yesterday, and Dale Scott was the speaker. Hopefully we'll be able to get the story in here. Comes a 2-2 pitch, swing, foul away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He was talking about some of the funny stories that he had when he was a Major League umpire. One that I think was pretty good was one with Ron Hasse. As Ferrari works from the stretch. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing, foul away. The count stays at 2-2 on Vanderbeek. Anyway, Scott was calling balls and strikes, and there were a couple pitches that Hasse was the catcher, and Dale Scott said they were low. And catcher Hasse is going, man, we got to have these pitches. Those are good pitches, Dale. We got to have those pitches. He didn't get them. As the next pitch misses low for ball 3, and the count goes now to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Vanderbeek. Well, it happened a couple times, and then eventually Hasse comes to the plate. As Vanderbeek takes a couple of more cuts, Ferrario will work from the stretch. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, swinging a line drive, hit towards the second base as he got it, makes a catch for the second out of the inning. At first, it looked like that ball had a little more lift on it, but the second baseman, McIntosh, was there. He's able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Lydon makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Looking at the wrong book there. So Vanderbeek lines out for the first out of the inning. Running the plate, Robbie Pogue. Pogue 0 for 1 today, strikeout victim. Ferrario ready, here's a pitch, and misses inside for ball 1. So anyway, then Hasse comes to the plate to take his cuts. And sure enough, the pitch that he wanted for a strike, it was the same pitch. And Dale Scott called it a strike, as the pitch is called strike 1 here on Pogue. And Hasse looks at Dale Scott and goes, that pitch was low. And then Dale Scott goes, I've been telling you that the whole day. And so he kind of shut up after that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing, foul away. The count stays at or moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. He had a couple of really good stories as well. But yeah, that Hassey's the catcher wanted to pitch, didn't get it. And so when he came to the plate and the pitch is called a strike, then he complains it's low. Dale Scott got his point across. Yes, it was low. There's a pitch, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And no more complaints the rest of the day. It was an entertaining program. He is a acquaintance of Keith Larson, who is be one of the scorekeepers here during the tournament. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing a line drive, past the diving third baseman, down the left field line. That'll pick up a run as rounding third and hitting home is Robillard, and down to second base on the 1-out double is Robbie Pogue. Opposite field line drive past the diving third baseman Lee, and Tacoma takes the 1-0 lead. Great effort by the third baseman, just past his glove, and the RBI double gives the
12, Sam
Titans the 1-0 lead. First hit of the ball game as Robillard scores from second, and Tacoma has a 1-0 lead. Out of bring the plate, Olson. First pitch to him, fastball, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Olson. Olson fouled out to the catcher, Mambahe, on a really nice play right in front of the screen when he made a basket catch for the second out of the inning, which kept Tacoma off the board in the first. Here's the next pitch. That fastball misses, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. So Olson is 0 for 1 today. Again, the first base hit of the ball game for the Titans, and they take the 1-0 lead as a hit by pitch and a pass ball, and now the double. Here's a pitch, swinging a chopper down the third base line. That's foul. And the count is at 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball will roll down the left field line, and one of the kids will have to run down there and pick it up. Now Olson will step back in. Ferrario from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one gets off the glove of the catcher. No throw, is down to third base. Goes Pogue. That ball was in the dirt, so a wild pitch. That will allow Pogue to get down to third base, now with 1 out. And a hitter's count for Olson, as the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike on the cleanup hitter for Tacoma. Already 1 run in. Comes a 3-1 pitch, swing and a pop-up. Shallow right field. It's going to be a tough play. Catch made by the right fielder. The runner at third was not trying to tag, as it wasn't hit far enough to advance him. And Olson flies out for the second out of the inning. Long able to come on in to make the catch for the second out, as the ball was not hit that hard. Thought for a moment it had a chance to fall.
Number 10, Brock Gagliardi.
Good defensive play by Long to make the catch. And now there's 2 outs for Tacoma. That'll bring to the plate Gagliardi. And the first pitch to him. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls and a strike on Gagliardi. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging in the first. I'll be up to him to get a 2-out base hit to see if Tacoma can pick up another run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, swing, fouled away. The count goes to no balls and 2 strikes now on Gagliardi. There's the number 10 on his back. He's the catcher for Tacoma. Comes the 0-2 pitch, swing, popped up, again out of play behind us. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Again, the second of 4 games here at Story Field. We'll have a 4:35 and a 7:35 contest as well. Ferrari ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing, fouled again. Down the left field line and out of play. This count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Tacoma scored 1 run on 1 hit. Used a pass ball. The runner that scored got on base as he was hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that was outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gagliardi. RJ Green awaits on deck for Tacoma if the inning is kept alive by Gagliardi. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Oh, Lordy. Mumbahe able to make a nice catch. As he's able to drop to his knees and keep the ball in front of him, so no chance for the runner to advance from third. Count 2-2 now on Gagliardi. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Gagliardi is retired for the third out of the inning. But Tacoma picks up a run here in the third. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. After 2.5, it's Tacoma 1, Linn-Benton nothing.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
Community College Athletics. Take part in our 50-50 split the pot drive.
Got a few for you.
More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. NWAC is honored to have Wounded Warrior Project veterans at today's games. And the first pitch to the hitter is ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Fritjof Remstad. 1-0 Tacoma. Here's the next pitch. Swing, hit down the right field line, and that's slicing foul. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike on Fremstad. Tacoma picked up the first hit of the ball game in the top of the third. Linn-Benton looking for its first hit of the afternoon. Fremstad at 304 on the year. Comes the 1-1 pitch, and he's taking, and it's called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Fritjof Fremstad. Fridtjof, Fritjof. Girling's ready. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. That fastball just outside for ball 2. Great eye there by Fremstad as the ball just off the plate, and the count evens up at 2-2. Girling already with 5 strikeouts in the ball game. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Fremstad caught looking, and that's 3 consecutive strikeouts now for the second time this afternoon by Girling. Struck out the side in the first, had a fly ball out to start the second, now struck out the next 3 batters, so 6 out of the 7 outs recorded have been strikeouts. That'll bring to the plate Marcus Leiden. First pitch to him, fastball cut on and missed, strike 1. Leiden, the second baseman for Linn-Benton here this afternoon. As he steps on in, Girling ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and a strike on Leiden. Leiden on the year, .240 batting average with 1 home run and 17 RBIs. Hitting in the 8 hole today, to be followed by Maxwell Long. Here's a 1-1 pitch, curveball, and it drops down a little too low. I think that goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Girling almost always looks, I notice, at the pitching plate before he brings the pitch up. And then the next pitch, a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Leiden. pitcher Gerling is ready. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, fastball, swing, fouled away. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Gerling ready. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. That fastball a little bit outside, and the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling thought he had it, but the home plate umpire said nope, just a bit outside, and the count goes full at 3-2. Gerling has yet to issue a walk as he has struck out 6 batters so far. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Curveball is high, ball 4. That's the first base runner of the ball game for Linn-Benton as Lydon draws a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That stops the string of 3 consecutive strikeouts. That'll bring up to the plate the number 9 hitter, Maxwell Long. Tacoma 1, Linn-Benton nothing with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But Gerling will have to work from the stretch for the first time this afternoon. Runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball, swing, fouled away, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on the number 9 hitter, Maxwell Long. Interestingly, with Long batting 9th, he has the 3rd best batting average on the Roadrunners roster, as he has a .362 batting average. Trails just Melton and Kuntz. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and it's called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Long. Runner at first, really not a threat right now, and Lydon does not take a big lead as he's held on there by Pogue. Middle infielder is looking for the double play ground ball. Gerling from the stretch. Here's the pitch, fastball, late swing, and he struck him out. Long, a late decision on swinging the bat, and he fans for the 2nd out of the inning, and for Gerling, his 7th strikeout here this afternoon. Find success at Pierce College. Selected as one of the top 5 best community colleges in the nation, Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. Get started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply online at www.pierce.ctc.edu. Pierce College, possibilities realized. Top of the order, Lee will step on in for the Roadrunners. He takes the first pitch, outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Daquan Dennis Lee. 7 strikeouts so far for Gerling, and Lee was one of the victims as lead off the ball game. Runner at first, Lydon, first base runner of the ball game for Linn-Benton as Roadrunners trail 1-0 to Tacoma. Here comes the pitch, and it's in the dirt, blocked nicely there by the catcher, Gagliardi. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, fielding with the baseball is Gerling. Now he'll step onto the rubber. Stands on the right side of the rubber. Now he'll throw over to first base and Lydon back in easily. Again, artificial turf here at Lower Columbia, so the ball will get to you quick when it's hit on the ground. You get a true bounce, but it is on top of you very quickly. And then we've got natural grass out in the outfield. So a unique setup here in Longview. Gerling now slowing down the pace as he takes a look over to first base. Again, a short lead by Lydon. And here comes a pitch. That one is low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter, Lee. Left-handed batter versus the right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch, shows the bunt, and it misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Lee. Lee at 277 on the year, 27 RBIs, no home runs. as his team trails by a digit. Runner takes his lead at first once again. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. There goes the runner. The pitch misses outside. Throw down to second base. Head first slide. And he is out at second base. Gagliardi to McIntosh right on the nose, and Leiden is thrown out for the final out of the inning. A 2-4 caught stealing, and Linn-Benton is turned away here in the third inning of play. For the Roadrunners, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 3, your score, Tacoma 1, Linn-Benton nothing.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Top of the fourth we go. Tacoma leading
fielder,
Linn-Benton by a score of 1-0. Just one base hit combined between the two teams as we move to the fourth inning. And leading off is R.J. Green, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. Green, Grant, and Wheeler are due up here in the top of the fourth for Tacoma. Tacoma picked up its run in the third inning. As the pitch misses for ball 2. On a hit by pitch, Robillard moved to second on a fastball and scored on the RBI double by Pogue down the left field line. That's our only hit and our only run so far. Here's a 2-0 pitch. He's taking all the way, and it's called a strike. The 2 balls and 1 strike on Green. Next pitch, and misses again for ball 3. 3-0 on Green. Green, a sophomore, comes from Gig Harbor, up in the Puget Sound area. Here's the 3-1 pitch, swing, grounded foul down the third base line. Looked like he hit Mummert. He just stood there and takes the pitch, and takes the ground ball right off his leg, never even moved. Again goes 3 balls and 2 strikes on Green. Green not an official at bat yet. He walked his only appearance. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, misses outside, ball 4. But 2 times R.J. Green has come to the plate, and 2 times he has walked. Third walk of the ball game given up by Ferrario, as the wind now starting to pick up and pushing in from center field. That'll bring to play Gavin Grant. Grant today, no official at bats. He sacrificed Green to second in his only at bat. Might be the same situation again. He takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Grant. 1-0 Tacoma over Linn-Benton here in the top of the fourth inning at the 2019 NWAC Baseball Championships. Barrio from the stretch. And that pitch fired down low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Grant. Interesting that Ryan Mummert has not elected to go with a sacrifice as of yet, as he did the first time we were in this situation back in the second. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and another fastball, and that's low and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on Grant. Wheeler, the number 8 hitter, awaits on deck. Here's the pitch, and it's high and tight for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Tacoma here to start the fourth inning as Green opens the inning with a walk. Then Gavin Grant follows with the walk, and that moves Green down to second base. And now runners at first and second and nobody out for Tacoma as we'll bring to the plate Thomas Wheeler. 1-0 Tacoma in the first game of the tournament for both teams. In Tacoma, the West #2 team with a 39-8 overall record. Linn-Benton, the South #1 team with a record of 30-9. Again, Tacoma looking for its first ever NWAC championship. Ranked third in the final poll, which came out last week. We got we got a conversation. Once the umpires and one of the coaches here. I'm not sure what the conversation is all about. It's one of the Tacoma coaches talking to the three officials, and I'm not sure what this would be about. He's saying something to the first base umpire, Jim Courtney. Now Mark Hewitt steps in and he continues to talk to Hewitt. And while Mark's writing something down, probably charging the conference, and I said, come on, let's move this thing along, keep the game going. So he'll head back to the third base dugout. And Ferrari will step back in. Again, 1-0 Tacoma, top of the fourth inning. But now Tacoma has runners at first and second, nobody out. And to the plate comes Thomas Wheeler, left-handed batter. He shows the bunt. He takes the pitch. Called strike one. No ball to one strike on Wheeler. Wheeler is 0 for 1 today. His only appearance, a ground out to the second baseman, Linn-Benton. He'll step back in again. Ferrario checks back to second again, shows the bunt, and this pitch misses outside. Ball one. 1 ball of 1 strike on Wheeler. Ready again. So it's Ferrario, shows the bunt again, and pulls the bat back again, and the pitch misses inside for ball 2. But now it is 2 balls and a strike on Thomas Wheeler. Again, he shows the bunt, and this one's up and in for ball 3. He had to almost duck away from it. Now the count goes 3-1. Now do you change the thinking here? Do you give him a chance to swing, or do you show the bunt once again? Because Ferrari having a hard time getting the ball over the plate. Comes a 3-1 pitch, shows the bunt. This time he offered at it and fouled it. And now the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ferrari will have him down for 5 walks already and 1 hit batter. So he has struggled with control here today. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, and it misses high, ball 4. So 3 consecutive walks by Ferrario, and that loads the bases with nobody out for Tacoma here in the top of the 4th inning. Green down to third, Grant to second, and Wheeler now at first. They'll bring to plate Cameron McIntosh.
Second baseman, number 20, Cameron McIntosh.
That's the 5th walk and a hit batter. But McIntosh steps in, he takes the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on McIntosh. His only at bat in the 2nd inning, grounded out to the shortstop, Mascarenas. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball he's taking into the belt for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on McIntosh. McIntosh, another sophomore from Gig Harbor. Ferrario trying to get out of the jam. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. That fastball swing popped up first base side, and it'll go out of play. The count goes down to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 straight walks given up by Ferrario to start the 4th inning, and there's nobody out with the bases loaded. And the number 9 hitter, McIntosh, trying to deliver. Here's the pitch, swing a fly ball, hit into right center field. Moving on over is the center fielder, Melton. He'll make the catch. Runner from third tags, head first slide, he is safe. Green scores from third. Down to third goes Gavin Grant from second. And the runner at first will stay there as McIntosh delivers a sacrifice fly and the RBI to center field. And it's now 2-0 as Tacoma takes the lead, or adds on to its lead. So Wheeler at first now, and Grant moves on down to third. The runners at the corners as we go to the top of the order. And Robillard. First pitch to him, swinging a line drive, hit towards right field. Long steps on in, now steps back. Here comes the runner from third. Ball is up the line, and scoring from third base is Gavin Grant. And it's 3-0 now, Tacoma. Back-to-back sacrifice fly by the Titans. As this one goes to right field, to Long, he makes the catch. But another RBI on the play, and it's 3-0 Tacoma. 3 runs down on just one base hit, as 2 of the 3 walks have come in to score for the Titans here in the fourth. Now they're bringing the plate, Vanderbrake. There goes the runner. Pitch, throw down to second base, head first slide, and safe at second base is Wheeler. Stolen base, and Wheeler's slow to get up. He jammed his hand in the base on the head first slide. We'll watch the replay here as he goes pell-mell into first base, and he hit the base pretty hard with his right, or his right arm. Might have pushed it back a bit. He's trying to work it out. Kind of shake it off. Actually, well, maybe it was his left arm. That's the one they're working on. I guess it was his left arm that he jammed in there. But it appears to be okay, and he will stay in the ball game. As the count is 1 ball and no strikes, and Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake this afternoon is 0 for 1, walked in the first, lined out to the second baseman Lydon back in the third. Now see if he can pick up a 2-out base hit and score Wheeler from second. 2 runs in for Tacoma here in the fourth. Here's the pitch, fastball high, ball 2. And that's been Ferraro's problem here today, is he has just struck out or walked just a ton of kids, 5, and hit a batter as well. Here's the next pitch, fastball swinging a line drive over the second baseman's head into right field. On the way home is Wheeler. The ball is cut off and he scores, and it's 4-0 Tacoma. Line drive into right field by Justin Vanderbrake, and he'll pick up the RBI. And it's now 4-0 Tacoma, as all 3 runs come because of the walks here to start the inning. First 3 batters walked, and all 3 of them score on a couple of sacrifice flies. And now the base hit to right field by Vanderbrake. That'll bring up Pogue. He swings at the first pitch, and it's fouled away. Runner Vanderbrake was running on the pitch, and counts no balls and a strike. Pogue today is 1 for 2, struck out in the first, and a line drive double down the left field line, and an RBI back in the third to give Tacoma its initial run. Here's the next pitch. Gets past the catcher, goes all the way back to the screen, and down to second base goes Vanderbrake, takes a wide turn there, and he'll stop at second. So I'm pretty sure that'll be a wild pitch. And down to second base goes Vanderbrake. Well, the count of 1-1 on Pogue now. And Tacoma again has a runner in scoring position. Already 3 in here in the inning. Comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit towards the third baseman. Juggles the ball, throws to first in time, and that will retire the Titans here in the 4th inning of play. But they pick up 3 runs on the inning on 1 base hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3.5 innings of play, Tacoma 4, Linn-Benton nothing.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning.
Bottom of the fourth inning, and we're back to top of the order again for Linn-Benton, as Lee was at bat when the runner Leiden tried to steal second base, so he'll get back up to start off the fourth inning. The first pitch from Gerling to Dennis Daquan Lee is a fastball downstairs, ball one. One ball, no strikes on Lee. Lee 0 for 1 today, strikeout victim. 1 of 7 so far by Gerling. Here comes a 1-0 pitch, swing, foul back to the screen. And count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lee from Gresham. You see the left-handed batter, but he also throws right-handed. Gerling ready. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. So far, Gerling, no hitter through 3+ innings. And he has struck out 7 and walked 1. 2 times he's had 3 consecutive batters he has struck out in this ball game. Bottom of the first, through the second and the third. Here's the next pitch. That is at the knee, strike 2. And that one doesn't go well with the fans here and the Linn-Benton bench as well. With a low strike called, and the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling ready. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, swing, fouled away. And the count stays at 2-2. Lead to be followed by Mascarenas and Melton here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, the winner plays tomorrow at 4:35 against Spokane. The loser plays Edmond in the loser's out game at 9:35 tomorrow morning. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Lee strikes out to begin the fourth inning. Second time tonight, this afternoon actually, that Lee has struck out. That is 8 strikeouts for Logan Gerling. So 1 out, I'm going to bring up Mascarenas. Mascarenas struck out in the top of the first, so he's 0 for 1. He'll take his second look at Gerling. First pitch to him, check swing. They appeal down to first base, and he went. Strike 1. No balls and a strike on Mascarenas. Mascarenas, long ways away from home as he takes the next pitch, a curveball high for ball 1. He comes from Las Vegas, Sin City. Got some friends down there right now. Usually make a couple trips a year down that way. Always a good time. Here's a 1-1 pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. Mascarenas, a sophomore. Right-handed batter. And here come Gerling's 1-2 pitch, curveball swing, high pop-up, left field. Moving on over there is Wheeler. He is there. He makes the catch or the second out of the inning. So a lazy fly ball to the Tacoma left fielder by Mascarenas.
Center fielder,
and that
number 9, Jacob
retires him
Melton.
for the second out of the inning. Now the ring to plate, Jacob Melton. Melton 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the first inning as well. That's when Gerling struck out the side to start the game. And the first pitch off speed, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on the hitter. If Melton keeps the inning alive, Kuntz waits on deck. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball off the glove of the catcher. And they count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 Tacoma here in the bottom of the 4th inning in game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Again, Gerling's been the story. Right-hander looks on in. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, swing, fouled away. Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice day for baseball. Temperature in the mid-60s. Sun out. Some high clouds. Wind blowing in from center field. As Gerling is ready. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Curveball just missed for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 more games here this afternoon, a 4:35 contest and also a 7:35 contest. And the same times again tomorrow, then we start eliminating teams and not as many games after that. Next pitch, just inside once again, and the count 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Melton. Again at 4:35, we'll have Yakima Valley and Everett. Then at 7:35, Mount Hood and the host team, Lower Columbia. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Melton. Gerling is ready. Deep sigh as he looks on in. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Fastball swing. Hit down the left field line towards the stands, and it will go out of play. And the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. A long run for Grant, Robillard, and Wheeler. Ended up about 10 feet behind the short fence there. And the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, tomorrow we'll have 4 games, same time schedule as today, 9:35, 12:35, 4:35, and 7:35. But the 9:30 and 12:30 games are elimination games. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. So Melton down to first on the 2-out walk. And for Gerling, his second free pass of the ball game. The other one came in the 3rd inning, and Lydon was then thrown out trying to steal second base. That'll bring the plate Kuntz. Kuntz today is 0 for 1. Light out to the center fielder. Green is only at bat. 4-0 Tacoma. Bottom of the 4th inning. They're facing Linn-Benton. And here comes the pitch. Fastball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on the number 4 hitter, Parker Kuntz. Kuntz from Tigard, he is a freshman and already the leading hitter for his baseball team. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that fastball is high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Kuntz. Kuntz is able to keep the inning alive. Talton awaits on deck. Middle infield playing back. First baseman holding on the runner at first, and the third baseman playing back as well. Quick throw to first base, and behind the first baseman, who Pogue makes a nice grab there, keep the ball from getting away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kuntz. Again, Gerling works off the very edge of the plate. If you're looking toward, or the pitching plate, if you're looking towards second base, another quick throw, and back again safely is Melton. If you're looking from behind home plate to second on the rubber, he's on the very right edge of the rubber. His back foot just barely in contact with it. And again from the stretch. Runner leans, there's the pitch, swing, fouled back. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the wind picking up just a bit here as it's pushing on in from center field. And if that happens, then it's really going to take a shot to knock the ball out of this park. Erling slowing down a little bit now as the pace of the game is slowed down a bit. Runner again takes his lead, and here's a pitch. Curveball, bounces up the plate, gets past the catcher, and down to second base goes Melton. Pitch was in the dirt, and they will call it a wild pitch. Down to second base on the play goes Melton. Well, the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we'll see now, that's the first time that a Linn-Benton runner's gotten scoring position. But there's 2 outs, see if Kuntz can deliver. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling again from the stretch. Quick look back to second, here's a pitch. Fastball, swing, foul back into the netting again. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reason I had mentioned the weather, there is possibility that there's going to be a lot more rain coming in tomorrow and Saturday, and temperatures cooling quite a bit. Supposed to be in the mid-70s today, but tomorrow not even in the 60s. And the same on Saturday, 60 as well, but then getting a little better on Sunday and Monday. Now throw back to second base, and diving back is Melton again. Gerling a nice move. Back to second base as the shortstop Grant sneaks in behind him, but Melton able to get back to the bag. So hopefully the weather will hold. Almost always when there's a tournament in Longview, we get some sort of rain. Last year, a little different. Remember, we had all great weather. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, curveball, strike 3 called, and Kuntz knew it and he walks away. So Tacoma turned away again here in the 4th inning, but no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 4 innings of play, it's Tacoma 4, Linn-Benton nothing.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn and Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
In the lineup and now pitching, number 11, Caden Hennessy.
Well, the day is over for Daniel Ferraro as he goes 4 innings, allows 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 strikeouts, and 5 walks, which is what really did him in. And Caden Hennessy is going to come on in relief for the Roadrunners. And the first pitch to the hitter is fouled away for strike 1. Sam Olson, Brock Gagliardi, and R.J. Green are due up for the Titans. A ball lined back to Hennessy. He knocks it down and throw to first base for the out. Olson hit it right on the numbers, and Hennessy able to get a glove up, and he throws it over to Fremstad for the first out of the inning. A good hard hit ball by Olson, but a better defensive play by Hennessy, and that's the first out of the inning here in the 5th. Hennessy on the year, 2.91 ERA. He has a 4-1 record. Here's the pitch, and that ball hits him again, knocked down by the second baseman, jump throw to first base, not in time, and safe at first base is the runner. Gagliardi, a one-hopper off the foot of Hennessy, and he spoke to by the home plate umpire, Mark Hewitt, and he says he's okay, and he sits right back on the mound. Got 2 pitches, and he's hit by both the ball twice. So that's an infield base hit for Gagliardi, and he's down at first base. That'll bring the plate R.J. Green, and he takes the first pitch, off speed on the corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike. 4-0 Tacoma, top of the 5th inning, as Green steps in for the 3rd time this afternoon. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a ground ball, foul up the first base line. And they count no balls and 2 strikes. Green does not have an official at bat in the ball game, as he has walked twice and scored a run. Now Hennessy from the stretch. Here's a pitch wasted outside for ball 1. 3 of the 5 walks that issued by Ferraro scored, and then the 1-hit batter scored as well. That's how Tacoma's gotten his runs. Throw to first base, diving back safely is Gagliardi. So 4 runs on just 3 hits for Tacoma, but one of those hits came in this inning. Here comes a pitch. Off speed, strike 3 called. Green caught looking, and that's the second out of the inning for Tacoma. For Hennessy, his first strikeout of the ball game. And now with 2 outs, that'll bring to the plate Gavin Grant. Grant, the number 7 hitter, and is he going to be replaced, or do we got a ball in the field? Okay, got a ball in the field. And Grant will step back in. Grant, the shortstop today, he is looking for his first official bat as well. Sacrifice bunt in the 2nd, walked and scored a run in the 4th. So Hennessy from the stretch. Here's the pitch, fastball, swing, foul back to the screen, strike 1. Grant on the year, 292 hitter, couple home runs, 35 RBIs. Right-handed batter. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. There goes the runner down to second base. There'll be no throw. That one, I believe, is another wild pitch. And down to second base goes Gagliardi. So the count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Grant. 4-0 Tacoma here in the top of the 5th. Hennessy ready. Here comes the pitch. That off-speed pitch misses inside for a ball. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Bounces up to the plate again, knocked down by the catcher, fumbling to get the ball, but the runner second will not move. A nice job there by the catcher to not let it get too far from him. And now the count's 3 balls and a strike. Hennessy from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball swinging, a ground ball hit to the left side. A sliding stop by the shortstop. Throws the first on a hop. Not in time. And the runner is safe at first base. Nice play there by Mascarenas as he goes deep into the hole. A sliding stop. Picks it up. Throws on a hop. But safe at first base is Grant. And he picks up the infield base hit. So 2 infield base hits for Tacoma here in the top of the 5th inning. Now they have runners at the corners with 2 outs, and that'll bring to plate Thomas Wheeler. 4-0 Tacoma. Hennessy from the stretch, and the first pitch bounces up to the plate. There goes the runner down to second base. call that a stolen base, or what do they call that? Yeah, they are called a stolen base. All right. Well, now runners at second and third on a 1-0 count. Wheeler ready. Here's the pitch. Swing. Hopped up. Out of play behind us. And the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Wheeler today is 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second. Walked and scored a run back in the fourth. 4 runs, 4 hits. No errors for Tacoma. No runs, no hits. 1 error for Linn-Benton. And the pitch misses high. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike on the hitter Wheeler. McIntosh waits on deck if Wheeler can keep the inning alive. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And that fastball is above the letters. And the count's now 3-1 on Wheeler. The way the wind's blowing, if you get the ball in the air, it's got a chance to fly out to right field. So hitter's pitch. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. Strike 2. Wheeler was looking for the downs on that one as he took a hefty swing. And the count now goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hennessy looking to pick up the out. Here's the pitch, and it misses low and away for ball 4. So that loads the bases now as Wheeler walks for the second time this afternoon. First walk given up by Hennessy. 6th walk of the ball game by Linn-Benton pitching. And the bases are loaded now for Cameron McIntosh. McIntosh 0 for 1 today. A ground out to the shortstop and a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the fourth. He swings at the first pitch for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on McIntosh. Number 9 hitter for Tacoma. You get a look at him there. The number 20. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and that is low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hennessy will now work out of the full windup as the bases are full. Middle infielders playing back, outfield straight away, and the third baseman playing even with the bag. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball, ground ball, foul down the third base line. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. They'll have to stop play for a moment as the ball carrying back onto the field of play. And the shortstop, Mascarenas, gets it off to the Tacoma player, and he'll scamper back into the dugout. Now we'll resume play here again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McIntosh. Here comes the pitch. Bounces up to the plate, and a nice stop there by the catcher as he's able to scoot on over as that ball was in the far batter's box. He's able to knock it down. Mumbahay, a great job there to keep the ball in front of him, not allowing the runner to score. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball swinging a line drive into left field for a base hit. That will pick up 1 run. Hitting on home for sliding home safely is Grant. And now a throw to third base gets past the third baseman. And coming on in to score is a third run. A throw to third and a head first slide. He is safe there. So McIntosh will pick up 2 RBIs on the hit. And 3-run score as Gagliardi scores from third easily. Grant scores from second base. Wheeler gets to third, and then the ball gets past the third baseman, and he scores. I have to see how they're going to score all that. We're going to get at least 2 RBIs for McIntosh, and I'll see who the error is charged on to allow Wheeler to score. We'll sort that out in the half inning. 3 runs on the play, though, and it's now 7-0. And the first pitch to Kenton Robillard is high, ball 1. So 3 runs in the fourth, now 3 more runs here in the fifth for Tacoma, and now lead 7-0. Here's the next pitch. Swing, fouled away. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. So a couple infield base hits and a single into left field and an error, and you got 3 runs in for Tacoma here in the inning. Here's the next pitch. Swing, a fly ball. That'll go out of play down the right field line. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hennessy will work from the stretch now. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, swinging a line drive, hit into center field. Moving on over there is Melton. He is there and makes the catch, and the Titans are retired here in the 5th inning of play. But they pick up 3 runs on the inning on 3 base hits. There was 1 error, 1 runner left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, it's now Tacoma 7, Linn-Benton nothing.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement. I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
We go to the bottom 5th inning, and Tacoma now with a commanding lead as it scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings. That has a 7-0 lead over Linn-Benton. And the way Logan Gerling has been throwing, you'd have to think this ball game's in pretty good hands. And the first pitch to Colton Towton, swing and a miss, strike 1. Towton, Mumbahay, and Fremstead do out for Linn-Benton here in the bottom of the 5th. Comes the next pitch, and that one gets past the catcher, and the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike on Towton. Towton 0 for 1 today, struck out in the 2nd inning. And Gerling, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, no hits through 4 innings of play. And his team now cruising by a score of 7-0. Gerling ready, here's the pitch, swing and fouled away. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Towton. Towton .315 batting average. From Pueblo, Colorado. The sophomore, and here comes the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Towton fans for the 2nd time this afternoon. Great pitch as it was low and away, and Towton went fishing, came up empty, and he strikes out for the 2nd time this afternoon. 9th strikeout now for Gerling. Now that'll bring to the plate Mumbahay. Mumbahay is 0 for 1 as he takes the first pitch, low for ball 1. And again, he's a strikeout victim as well. The only one who has not struck out in the ball game is Leiden, and he's only been up once. We'll see what happens if he gets up again this inning. Gerling ready. Mumbahay ready. Here's a pitch, check swing. I think he went, he did. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the catcher for Linn-Benton. His team now down by a score of 7-0. Here's the next pitch, and that fastball a little bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on Mumbahay. Infield plays deep. Outfield straight away. They've not had a lot of action. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Fastball is fouled away, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's only been 2 fly balls hit in this ball game, and the rest have been strikeouts. The other out came on a caught stealing when Lydon tried to steal second base. So 9 of the outs have been recorded by strikeouts so far. And here comes a 2-2 pitch. Fastball swing and a miss, strike 3. Mumbahay strikes out for the second time this afternoon. And that is the third time today that Gerling has struck out at least 3 consecutive batters. He did it in the first when he struck out the side, got a fly out in the second, then struck out the next 3 batters, and then the last out in the 4th and the first 2 here in the 5th. So the third time this afternoon he struck out 3 or more in a row. And the first pitch to Fremstad misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Fremstad. He is 0 for 1. He was caught looking for a strikeout back in the 3rd. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is a breaking ball high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Fritjof Fremstad. The sophomore right-handed hitter taking his time getting back into the box. And now he'll step back in. Gerling ready. Here comes a 2-0 pitch, and that one on the outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now on Fremstad. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That fastball fouled back to the screen, and the count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling looking for his 11th strikeout after just 5 innings of play. We'll see if he can pick it up here. Already in double digits with 4 2/3 in the book. Right-hander. And the pitch misses for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling, another product of Gig Harbor High School. 3 kids on the Tacoma team are from Gig Harbor. All teammates, as they're all sophomores at Gig Harbor. I assume they're all teammates. I guess I'm not sure of that. Here's the next pitch, swing, fouled and away. So you got Gig Harbor and Peninsula High School there, so it's possible that they didn't play in the same high school team. The Seahawks and the Tides. Getting new game balls for our home plate umpire, Mark Hewitt. Now he'll signal the play in. We're ready to go. Gerling, another deep breath. Here comes a 3-2 pitch, curveball, swing, and fouled off the top of the helmet of the catcher. And Garilardi will get a little courtesy call from our home plate umpire as he'll slowly walk out to the pitcher. Then he'll probably clean the plate, make sure that the catcher is okay. And he says, yep, he's good. He's ready to go. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Linn-Benton down 7-0 with 2 outs in the inning. Swinging a chopper down the third base line. That is foul. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Linn-Benton was ranked 5th in the final NWAC coaches poll. Tacoma was ranked 3rd. But so far it's been all Tacoma. Here's a pitch, fastball up and in, ball 4. Well, Fremstad walks on down to first base as he coaxes a 2-out walk. And for Gerling, his 3rd walk of the ball game. That'll bring to the plate Marcus Lydon. Lydon walked in his only at bat, and then was thrown out trying to steal second base back in the 3rd inning. And as I mentioned, the only batter who's not struck out against Gerling yet, but this is just his 2nd attempt at the plate. Here's a pitch, fastball swing. He will not strike out as he hits it to right center field. Moving on over is the right fielder, Van de Break, and he makes the catch, and that will retire the Linn-Benton Roadrunners here in the 5th inning of play. For Linn-Benton, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 5, Tacoma 7, and Linn-Benton nothing.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We go to the sixth.
Okay, top of the sixth we go. Vanderbrake, who just made the final catch for Tacoma to end the bottom of the fifth, steps in and takes the first pitch for a strike. A ball's and a strike on Justin Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake today is 1 for 2 as he takes an S pitch for strike 2. Hennessy 2 pitches, 2 strikes, and the count no balls and 2 strikes. As we're in the top of the sixth, Tacoma leading by a score of 7-0. Vanderbrake apparently didn't like the last call, so he's taking his time as he steps back in to the batter's box. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, curveball, and that is high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake to be followed by Pogue and Olson. Hennessy's ready. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swinging, a line drive through the middle into center field for a base hit. Oh, Vanderbrake, his second base hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 3 on the contest. That'll bring to the plate Robbie Pogue. Centralia College is your college for associate's degrees, bachelor degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application is easy and free. Visit www.centralia.edu for details. Centralia College, go boldly. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. Pogue today is 1 for 3. Double and RBI. Struck out, a ground out. 6 hits now for Tacoma. Hennessy from the stretch. Here's the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball into right field for a base hit. Down to second goes Vanderbrake. He'll turn, he'll go to third as the ball is thrown to second. And all of a sudden, Tacoma's got runners at the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Back-to-back base hits by Vanderbrake and Pogue. And Tacoma has runners at the corners with nobody out. And that'll bring to the plate the number 4 hitter, Sam Olson. Olson today is 0 for 3, fouled out, skied out to the right fielder, and hit a line drive to the pitcher when Hennessy came in. First batter knocked it down and made a nice play for the out. But runners at first and third, nobody out. And the pitch to Olson is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman playing even with the bag. The middle infielder is playing back, looking for 2 as the pitch swung on. Hit to the third baseman. He knocks it down. Lee, he'll pick it up, throw to first, wide of first. And the first baseman able to keep his foot on the bag. The runner from third heads home. He scores. A great play by Fremstad at first to keep his toe on the bag, but even a smarter play by Vanderbrake at third as he comes home and scores on the play and makes it 8-0. A great play by Fremstad. You can't quite see it on the replay if his foot was on the bag or not, but the first base umpire said yes. So right now the out will stand, and Olson will pick up the RBI play on the ground out. The fielder's choice in the RBI, or the 5-3 put out, I mean, and got the RBI. So it's 8-0. Pogue moves on down to second. Gagliardi will step to the plate. Now the 3 umpires are meeting at first base. And we'll see if the out's going to stand or not. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. And the play will stay. So there is now 1 out as Olson is retired for the first out of the inning. But again, he'll pick up the RBI as a smart play by Vanderbrake to score on the play. Now we have a delay in the contest. I'm not sure why, what the delay is all about. We don't have replay here, do we? Not that I'm aware of. Well, 2 of our 3 umpires are off the field at the moment, so I'm not sure what happened there. All right, now Tacoma on top by a score of 8-0. You know, Tacoma was created in 1962 and opened in the fall of 1965. I guess that creation was authorized by voters in 1962. As we await for 2 of our 3 umpires to check things out. Apparently they are looking for a reviewable call, and force and a tag play are reviewable. So right now, 2 of the 3 umpires are looking to see if the play is going to stand or not. There are a few plays that can be reviewed here. Force and tag plays, hit by pitch, other plays. And right now, that's what we're waiting on to see if there was a force at first or not. Right now, it's 8-0. There's no question about that. The question is, will there be an out at first base, or will there be runners at first and second with nobody out for Tacoma? Tacoma with a single run in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 3 more in the 5th, and right now 1 here in the 6th.
The out at first base is confirmed.
And the replay has been confirmed, so the out will stand. And now we'll resume action here. So there's 1 out now for Tacoma here in the top of the 6th inning. The Titans have plated a run to lead 8-0. And a runner now down at second base. The runner at second base is Pogue. That'll bring to the plate Gagliardi. Gagliardi this afternoon has 1 hit in 3 attempts. He has scored a run, and he has struck out twice. Struck out swinging in the 1st, caught looking back in the 3rd, but picked up an infield base hit and an RBI his last at bat. Scored it down the 3rd base line, backhanded there by Lee. He will not have a play as the ball comes off his glove. As that just cued it off the end of the bat, and I believe that would be ruled a base hit, as that would have been a tough play for Lee, and Gagliardi picks up his 2nd infield base hit of the ball game. So runners now at first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up R.J. Green. That ball just hit off the end of the bat. The 3rd baseman Lee went to his knee to backhand it. It squirted off his glove. I don't think he could have made the play anyway. Now runners at first and second with 1 out. First pitch to Green is high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Green 0 for 1 today. A couple of walks and a run scored and a strikeout. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that fastball misses outside and high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on R.J. Green. Tacoma 8, Linn-Benton nothing here in game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Here comes a 2-0 pitch, and that misses outside, ball 3. Hennessy has walked 1 in his 1 1/3 innings of work so far. But as a team, 6 walks issued by Linn-Benton. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and he's taking all the way, and it's down the middle for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike on R.J. Green. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch, and he's taking again, and that one's at the letters for strike 2. Well, the count goes from 3 balls and no strikes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Green. 1 out, runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. There go the runners. The ball swung on, and it's hit off the base of the 3rd base wall near the grandstands, and the count stays full at 3-2. A little bit of surprise that Ryan Mummert put the runners in motion with the left-handed batter. The catcher's going to have a free throw to 3rd base. It very easily could be a strikeout, throw them out, double play. We'll see if they go again. This time they stay, and the pitch is swung on, bounced back to the pitcher, looks to 3rd, throws, and it is in time for the out. Bounce back to Hennessy. He looked for just a moment, then he fires it to Lee, and out at 3rd base is Pogue. That'll be a 1-5 second out. And down to second base goes Gagliardi, and Green to first on the fielder's choice. Well, now there's 2 outs, but runners still at first and second. Hennessy from the stretch, and the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Grant today is 1 for 1 with a couple of runs scored. Started the ball game his first at bat with a sacrifice bunt, walked and scored a run in the 4th. Infield single, stole the bases, scored a run. His next at bat in the 5th. Now he's batting for the 3rd time in 3 innings. 4th, 5th, and 6th, and he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Grant just below the 300 mark at 292. Here's a pitch he's taking. It's at the belt for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike on Gavin Grant. Hennessy continues to work from the stretch. Here's a 2-1 pitch, shows the bunt, and it was fouled at the plate, or was he in fair territory? He's in fair territory when the ball struck him, and he is out for the final out of the inning. Grant tried to bunt, and as he got out of the batter's box, he hit the ball in fair territory, and he's retired for the 3rd out of the inning. But Tacoma picks up a run here in the 6th inning on a couple of base hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 5.5, it's now Tacoma 8 and Linn-Benton nothing.
To stay close at home while getting a great education. Playing for a smaller school has a strong sense of a community, and they just want to see you succeed. We're bigger than just a team. We're a big family. My name is Dylan. I play baseball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
Bottom of the 6th inning to lead it off for the Roadrunners. The right fielder, number 4.
Okay, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the 9 1 and 2 hitters due up for Linn-Benton as it trails by a score of 8-0. Maxwell Long will step in to face Girling, and he takes the curveball at the knees for strike 1. Long today is 0 for 1, struck out in the 3rd inning. Again, it's been all Logan Girling here this afternoon. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, no hitter through 5 innings of play. I should probably quit talking about that now. Here's the next pitch. This is outside, ball 1. Time you start talking about no hitters late in the game, usually the guy on the radio or TV jinx it. So I'll shut up the rest of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, and it's just inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Long. Long from Salem, which is just a little bit south of Albany. Very close, both in Lane County, if I remember right. I'm not real good with my Oregon history and geography. As the pitch misses outside again for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now on Long. Again, Lee and Mascarenas await after him to hit against Girling. 3-1 pitch. Swing and fouled back to the screen. And count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield shades him a little bit to right field. And the infield playing back deep on Long. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. I think that's the first time the whole game that Linn-Benton's got a leadoff runner on. Checking the first, nothing, second, third, fourth, fifth. Yep, first time whole afternoon that the leadoff runner has gotten on for Linn-Benton. For Gerling, his 4th walk of the ball game. He'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Daquan Dennis Lee. Left-hander steps on in. Right-hander Gerling is ready. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls and a strike on Daquan Dennis Lee. Lee is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out twice. He's looking to put the ball in play. Even get something going for Linn-Benton as it's down 8-0. Bottom of the 6th. Here's a pitch, and it's inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lee. Of course, these two teams looking to claim what LCC has owned for the last 2 years, the NWAC Baseball Championship. And the Red Devils play at 7:35 tonight. We'll have a game after this before that game. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lee. Again, at 4:35 this afternoon, we'll have Yakima Valley and Everett, and followed by Mount Hood and Lower Columbia. That's at 7:35 tonight. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, swing and a bouncing ball hit towards the shortstop. Grant's got it. He flips to second. I don't know if it's in time or not. He got it just in time. Boy, that was a bang play at second base as a ball out of the glove of Grant to the second baseman. Boy, that was close. We might have a look at that one. That was a bang play at second base. Right now, we're going to say that Long was retired 6-4. Now we're going to have a conversation because that was a bang play. You look at it on the replay, and the shortstop Grant shoveled it from his glove, and it looked like it kind of got hung up. And it was instead of a quick flip, it just kind of went in the air, but it's close. I think the call is going to stand. We'll see it again. They're going to slow it down. They are going to check the. Yeah, he got him. He's out at second base. It's a bang play, but he got him. As you can see, when he gets slowed down at the last moment, his foot's not quite there. So they should be out at second base. So I believe it'll be a 6-4 out. But yeah, it was close. Again, it's because the ball got hung up when he was trying to flip it, the shortstop. And it hung in his glove for just a moment. See, you see it there. I guess it was his bare hand. It got stuck in his glove, but it was his bare hand. He underhanded it, but he got it there just in time. I just don't think he had enough steam on it to make it as close as he wanted. If he got a little more power on the flip, it would have been no doubt about it. But down at first base will be Daquan Dennis Lee as he reaches base on the fielder's choice. But I believe the play will stand here in the 6th inning of play. We're at the bottom of the 6th inning. And a reminder to be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Also, more than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's games. Still reviewing the play as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. But I believe that the play will hold. Walla Walla Community College athletes follow traditions of excellence in soccer, volleyball, basketball, baseball, softball, golf, and rodeo. WWCC Warriors are proud to compete in the NWAC. Yeah, we're still talking. I thought he'd get it done, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, 2 more games after this. We'll have a 4:35 and a 7:35. As right now, this game just a little over 2 hours old, and we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's kind of slowed down here in the last few innings, as it was a crisp start, but really from the 3rd inning on, it's slowed down quite a bit. This is our second video review of the ball game. Again, when we talked with Dale Scott yesterday at the Rotary meeting during his talk, he likes instant replay. He really does. He thinks it helps. He doesn't want the automated strike zone system. And we'll see, did we have the play overturned? Oh, they did. Boy, the play was overturned, so I guess I thought he was out, but the play was overturned. So we now have runners at first and second and nobody out, as the umpires got behind the video monitor and determined that he was safe. Perhaps his foot wasn't on the bag at second, but I thought the ball got there in time. And so now there is runners at first and second, nobody out for Linn-Benton. So Gerling will have to work from the stretch now with nobody out. And he fires the first pitch in to the batter, and it's low, ball 1. Mascarenas back on in to hit. We had about a 3-minute delay there. But again, back to Dale Scott. Doesn't mind replay. He says, you know, it doesn't take as much time as you think it does. He just doesn't like the idea of a automated strike zone with the computerized. Because, yeah, a ball could catch the very end, low end of the batter's box or the plate. And he said most umpires will never call that strike because it just doesn't look right. So they won't call it, even though it might be a strike, and no one ever argues about it. Count no balls and 2 strikes now. Mascarenas. And he'll step out. Really, this is the first time that Gerling has faced any trouble in the ball game. First time the whole afternoon that he's had to work from the stretch with more than 1 runner in the base. So he's got runners at first and second with nobody out for Linn-Benton. Now he'll step off the rubber, and we'll go through the signals once again. Now Gerling from the stretch as the infield looking for the double play ground ball. The middle infielder's back. First baseman not holding the runner on at first. And the third baseman playing wide of the bag. Checks back to second. Here's a pitch. Fastball swing, popped up in the infield. The infield fly rule is being called, and the catch made by the shortstop, Grant, and that is the first out of the inning. Mascarenas pops out to the second shortstop for the first out of the inning. The infield fly was called, so the batter was automatically out, and the runners would advance at their own risk. But he's out as the catch is made, so that'll bring up Melton. Melton, the number 3 hitter for Linn-Benton this afternoon. He is 0 for 1. Struck out in the first, walked, made it to second base on a wild pitch, and that's where he was stranded. Because right now, Tacoma leading by a score of 8-0. Melton, the left-handed batter, he'll face the right-handed pitcher, Gerling. Melton from Medford, freshman, southern end of Oregon. Gerling again, a long time between pitches, and the first pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Melton. Melton, 3 homers, 38 RBIs, 19 walks on the year too, so he's got a good eye. Right now, you just got to chip away because you're down big. Got to chip away, get a run here, maybe a couple more there. Here's the next pitch, swing, foul away. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Melton. Gerling with 10 strikeouts, walked 4, so far. He has walked one batter in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth innings. First time he has allowed a leadoff batter on was this inning. He's been able to control the plate pretty well here this afternoon. Now Gerling once again, a long time between pitches. Now he's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. And Melton's retired for the second time this afternoon on strikes. So now there are 2 outs for Linn-Benton here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Parker Kuntz. Kuntz today is 0 for 2. Flied out to the center fielder Green and caught looking in the last at bat in the 4th for a strikeout. That's now 11 strikeouts for Gerling here this afternoon. Goes back to say something to the third base umpire, Nick Stevens. He'll step back up on the mound. Really, the pace of the ball game has really slowed down here in the last couple of innings. I don't know if Gerling is just tired, trying to fight his way through it, but he still looks pretty good out there as he struck out 11. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball, swing, and a foul tip. Strike one. No balls and a strike on the hitter Kuntz. Runner at second is Long. The runner at first is Dennis Lee. And Gerling ready again. Here's a pitch. Fastball cut on and miss, strike two. Good heater that time as he just threw it right past Kuntz. The count now 0 balls and 2 strikes on the number 4 hitter for Linn-Benton. He'll step back in again. We really do have a nice sized crowd here this afternoon for game number 2 of this tournament. Gerling ready again. Couple looks back to second base. Here's a pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. And Kuntz caught looking for the second time this afternoon, and that will retire Linn-Benton here in the 6th inning of play. For the Roadrunners, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. After 6, Tacoma 8, Linn-Benton nothing.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Come to the press box, claim your $68.
Bobby.
Thanks all for participating in the Split the Pot contest.
All right, we're ready here to go into the top of the 7th inning as Tacoma cruising by a score of 8-0. And Linn-Benton is going to the mound for the 3rd time today, their 3rd pitcher of the afternoon. It'll be the left-hander Nolan Jackson, the freshman from Philomath, as he'll come in as he's the 3rd pitcher here today. Jackson on the year has a 4.19 ERA. He has a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He has made 7 appearances, and he has started 2 games. So now we move to the top of the 7th inning, and Grant, Wheeler, and McIntosh are due to face Jackson. And the first pitch is ball 1. Grant on the day is 1 for 1 as he's walked, scored a run. Here's the next pitch, swing, and a foul at the plate for strike one. He's walked, sacrifice bunt, and infield base hit, and he scored a couple runs along with a stolen base. So Grant is 1 for 1 with a couple runs scored. Left-handed batter. Here comes the next pitch, swing, and another foul at the plate. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. .72 degrees right now in Longview, which is going to be about its high for the day. Maybe get 73, 74. Jackson's ready. Here's a 1-2 pitch. It's a bender, high and tight for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I see Lower Columbia's men's basketball coach, Mickey Polis, standing next to me. He walks away as I mention his name. Congratulations on your engagement. He's going to be getting married here soon. And here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Grant is retired for the first out of the inning.
Cameron McIntosh.
So for Nolan Jackson, his first strikeout of the ball game. For Linn-Benton, it's 4th of the afternoon. That'll bring to the plate Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler today is 0 for 1. He takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike on Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler grounded out in the 2nd, walked and scored a run in the 4th, walked and scored a run in the 5th. That's when Tacoma did most of its damage. 6 runs in those 2 innings. Swings at the next pitch, hit the right field, back on the ball towards the right field line is long. He reaches up, makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Top of the batting order.
Well, the first
Tacoma,
2 batters for Tacoma here in the 7th inning have been retired, and they'll bring to the plate Cameron McIntosh. McIntosh today is 1 for 2. Grounded out in the 2nd, sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 4th, and a single and a couple RBIs his last at bat in the 5th. He takes the pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike on McIntosh. So Jackson has done what so far no Roadrunner pitcher's been able to do. He's retired the first 2 batters of an inning. Here's the next pitch. That fastball misses away for ball 1. Every inning except for this inning, Tacoma has gotten the leadoff batter on. And they messed with the fire and they got burned finally in the 4th and 5th. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That bounces up to the plate and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Jackson on the year has thrown 19 in the 3rd innings, has given up 19 hits. He's ready. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that screwball misses outside for ball 3. Don't see that pitch very often. It's count is 3 balls and 1 strike now on McIntosh. McIntosh, a number 9 hitter. He's able to get on. We'll go top of the order again, and Robillard. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That fastball inside corner, strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. That's not McIntosh. Did they bring someone else up? Did I miss this? I may have. I better check again. Making a bouncing ball hit to 3rd, throw to 1st in time, and the batter is retired.
In the 7th for Tacoma, no runs.
So for the
hits, no errors, nobody left. What a beautiful
Titans
day for
here in the
baseball.
7th, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 6.5 innings to play, it's now Tacoma 8 and Linn-Benton nothing.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
your resourceful self at Clark College.
We go to the home half of the 7th inning.
Bottom of the 7th we go for Linn-Benton.
Colton
That'll be Talton, Mumbahay, and Fremstad due up to face Gerling. Gerling is ready. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Talton on the day is 0 for 2, struck out twice, back in the 2nd and back in the 5th. Gerling so far with 11 strikeouts in the ball game through 6 innings worked. He is ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That fastball a little bit low for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike on Talton. Mumbahay awaits on deck, and then Fremstad. 8-0 Tacoma. Comes a 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouled away.
Congratulations.
Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, 2 more games here this afternoon. Yakima Valley and Everett at 4:35, and Mount Hood and Lower Columbia at 7:35 tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Talton. Here's the pitch. Curveball inside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Talton. Linn-Benton College, as you know, is located in Linn-Benton County down there in Oregon. As Gerling getting ready for the 2-2 pitch. Here's the pitch, swing and a high fly ball. Hit into right center field and deep. Back on the ball is the center fielder. It's gone! Talton with a towering fly ball to right center field, and the no-hitter and the shutout is gone on 1 pitch. Talton, a towering fly ball to right center field, and that's a home run and the RBI, and that stops the no-hit bid and shutout by Logan Gerling.
Catcher number 13, Jordan Mumbahay.
So 1 run and 1 hit as it comes on a leadoff home run here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Linn-Benton. I'll send to the plate Jordan Mumbahay, and he fouls it off the mask of our home plate umpire, Mark Hewitt. He says he's okay. Took one for the team. Now he'll step back in. Now no balls and a strike on Mumbahay. He's 0 for 2 as well. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Mumbahay. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 5th. So Talton ends the no-hit bid and the shutout on 1 swing as he hits a home run to right center field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Mumbahay strikes out for the 3rd time this afternoon. First out of the inning for Linn-Benton, and 12 strikeouts now for Logan Gerling. 8-1 Tacoma with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Fritjof Fromstead up now for Linn-Benton, and he takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Fromstead. Fromstead 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the 3rd. Comes a 1-0 pitch, swing, popped up, first base side, out of play, and count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Then walked back in the 5th. So Gerling goes 6+ innings of no-hit ball, gives up a leadoff home run to start the bottom of the 7th, but he still struck out 12 in this contest. Here's a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the hitter. Bottom of the 7th inning, and it's been a cakewalk since about the 5th inning. Here's the next pitch, fastball misses up and in for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerling looks down at the slab. He is ready. And here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball rolled towards the shortstop. Glove there by Grant. Throw to first in time. And Fremstad is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate Marcus Lydon. Centralia College is your college for associate degrees, bachelor's degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application is easy and free. Visit www.centralia.edu for details. Centralia College, go boldly. We got a visit out in the mound. And remind you that more than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's game. Looks like that's going to be it for Logan Gerling. As with 2 outs here in the 7th inning, they're going to replace him. Well, Gerling is going to leave after 6 2/3 innings of play. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, that was earned, unofficially 4 walks, and 12 strikeouts, and it'll be replaced here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. For Tacoma, the new pitcher is going to be Alex McBee. McBee, a sophomore from Auburn. And he will come on in to try and nail this thing down for Gerling. McBee, the sophomore, as I mentioned, he's from Auburn. He's a left-handed pitcher. Quickly look up the stats for him. McBee on the year has an ERA of 1.91, a record of 4-0. He has appeared in 11 games. He has started 6, and he has no saves so far in the year. In 37 2/3 innings, he has given up 23 hits and 12 runs. 8 of those 12 runs are earned. So with an 8-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 outs for Linn-Benton. Head coach Ryan Mummert has elected to go with a new pitcher and see if McBee can end this ball game for the Tacoma Titans. Now to bring to the plate Marcus Lydon for Linn-Benton. Lydon, the second baseman, he is 0 for 1 today. Walked in the third rather, caught stealing, then flied out to the right fielder in his only other bat in the 5th. So nobody on as Lydon steps on in to face McBee. And the first pitch to him is a fastball, missed it inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Lydon. Of course, if Tacoma holds on to win this game, they'll play Spokane at 4:35 tomorrow afternoon. Here's a 1-0 pitch, swinging a line drive, hit towards the right fielder. There is Vanderbreek, he makes the catch, and that retires the Roadrunners here in the 7th inning. But they pick up a run and a base hit, so the no-hitter is broken. And 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, no one left. After 7 innings of play, it's now Tacoma 8 and Linn-Benton 1.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
We're going, checking the strikeout totals for Linn-Benton here in the ball game. I now found an extra one for Gerling, so he struck out 13 batters in his 6 2/3 innings of play, walked 4, and gave up just the 1 hit. So he is in line for the win here as he leads with an 8-1 lead, and we move to the top of the 8th inning for the Tacoma Titans. And the first pitch to the batter is a line drive down the left field line. That's a base hit. And a break is going to go for 2 as the ball rolls into the corner, takes the turn at second base. He'll hold there with a leadoff double. So Justin Vanderbrake, a line drive down the third baseline, picks up his 3rd hit of the ball game, and it's for Tacoma, it's 9th hit of the afternoon, and Vanderbrake leads off with a double down the left field line. I'll bring to the plate Robbie Pogue. Pogue today has a couple of base hits in 4 at-bats. He steps on in to face Jackson. And the first pitch to him, swing at a bouncing ball, hit towards the second baseman, glove there by Lyden, off bounce throw, gets past the first baseman. On his way home is Vanderbrake, he will score, and down to second base goes Pogue. It's now 9-1 Tacoma, as scoring from second is Vanderbrake. We'll see if it's ruled an infield base hit and an error. If it's an error all the way, it was probably going to be ruled an error all the way. Yeah, so it'll be a 2-base error as Pogue moves on down to second base. He will not pick up the RBI on the play, but there'll be a runner at second base now for Tacoma as Olson comes to the plate. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Olson. Olson today is 0 for 4. He does have an RBI ground out though, as Jackson works from the stretch. Here's a pitch and misses low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Sam Olson. Get a look at him there, right-handed batter. Comes from Eugene, which is very close to Linn-Benton's area of recruiting. The pitch misses outside. Olson, a sophomore. And now Jackson will look on in again. Count 3 balls and no strikes. Here comes a 3-0 pitch, and that fastball at the knees, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on Olson. 1 run in for Tacoma here in the 8th, and a runner at second with no outs. Jackson again from the stretch, and here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, hit to center field and deep. Back on the ball is Milton. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging from second, going to third. Ball cut off and sliding in safely to third is Pogue. Overslid the bag, but there was no throw from the shortstop as Milton made the catch out in center field. The ball was cut off by Mascarenas. And sliding into third is Pogue. That'll bring up to the plate the number 5 hitter, Brock Gagliardi. Jackson ready. Here's the pitch, and it misses low. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Gagliardi. Gagliardi is 2 for 4 today. Struck out twice and has 2 infield base hits with a run scored. Here comes a 1-0 pitch, and that's in the dirt again. A nice block by the catcher. Keep the runner at third. Count 2 balls, no strikes now on Gagliardi. Wind continues to blow in from center field. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. It's in the dirt again, and again the catcher has to go to his knees and knock it down. Doing a good job there, Mumbahay, as he's keeping the ball in front of him, not allowing the runner to score from third. Jackson's ready. Here comes a 3-0 pitch, and he's taking all the way in the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls and a strike now on Gagliardi. RJ Green awaits on deck for Tacoma. Comes a 3-1 pitch, swing and a fly ball hit towards left field. Retreating on the ball is Kuntz. He'll make the catch. Runner tagging from third, and he will score standing up. And the second run of the inning in as Pogue scores from third base. So the sacrifice fly for Gagliardi plates the run, and it is now 10-1 Tacoma with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. We would like to thank the Red Line, the official hotel of the Northwest Athletic Conference. With friendly service and unique local flair, Red Line hotels get guests closer to main attractions and good times with full-service hotels and a wide variety of amenities. Discover your escape across the Red Line family. First pitch, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Green. Green, the left-handed batter versus left-handed pitcher. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on R.J. Green. 10-1 Tacoma over Linn-Benton in Game 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships. Jackson's ready. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Strike 3 called, and Green is retired for the final out of the inning. But Tacoma picks up a couple of runs here in the 8th inning on one base hit. There was 1 error and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score is now Tacoma 10, Linn-Benton 1.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your attention, please. We have a lineup change for Linn-Benton. At the plate, number 19, Logan Hansen.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning now as Tacoma leading Linn-Benton by a score of 10-1, and the Roadrunners are going to go to the bench and bring up a pinch hitter here to start the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Logan Hansen. First pitch for McBee bounced to the shortstop. Glove there by Grant, throws the first in time, and Hansen retired for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. And we'll go back to the top of the order for the Roadrunners and Daquan Dennis Lee. Lee today is 0 for 3 as he struck out twice and reached base on a fielder's choice. McBee in relief of Logan Gerling as the pitch misses outside for ball 1. As Gerling was outstanding this afternoon, 6 2/3 innings, 1 run on 1 base hit, and that base hit was a home run. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Swing, fouled away down the left field line in the count. He was out of 1 ball, 1 strike. In 2 more games this afternoon, as we'll have Yakima Valley and Everett at 4:35, then followed by the host team Lower Columbia and Mount Hood at 7:35. Count 1 ball and 1 strike on Lee. Here is a pitch. Off speed is high, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Lee. Mascarenas awaits on deck for the Roadrunners. Again, Linn-Benton, here's a pitch, swung on, hit up the first base line. Foul was the champ of the South region. Tacoma had to get in here by winning the West Super Regional. So you would think perhaps that maybe the South might be the favorite in this game, but it's been all Tacoma this afternoon. They have not trailed at all. McBee is ready. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that fastball low, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Lee. 1 run in the 3rd for Tacoma, 3 in the 4th and 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 8th. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lee strikes out for the 2nd out of the inning. For McBee, his first strikeout of the afternoon, 14th now for the Tacoma pitching staff. Uttering the plate, Mascarenas. The only run for the Roadrunners coming in the bottom of the 7th on the Towton home run. First pitch to Mascarenas is low, ball 1. He's looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Struck out in the 1st, flied out in the 4th, and popped out to the shortstop in the 6th. 10 runs and 9 hits for Tacoma this afternoon. Here's the next pitch from McBee, and it is low, ball 2, and he wants a new baseball, so he'll get one. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes on the hitter. McBee, the left-handed pitcher, against the right-handed batter. Here's the pitch, swing and a foul. And that one might have got a piece of the catcher. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Tell you, when you're behind the plate, you get hit a lot. When you're the catcher or the umpire, it happens at least a couple times a game. Comes a 2-1 pitch, swing and a hard ground ball past the diving third baseman into left field for a base hit. Mascarenas hit that one hard, 1 hopper past the diving Robillard at third and picks up the second base hit of the ball game.
Center fielder, number 9.
So with 2 outs, Mascarenas down at first base, and I'll bring up Melton. Melton today is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts, and walked in the 4th. McBee will work from the stretch, looks to first, comes home with the pitch, and it misses. No, check that. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Melton. Melton, the left-handed batter, versus the left-handed pitcher. And here comes the pitch. And that one gets off the glove of the catcher, but down 9 runs, Mascarenas is not going to run, become the 3rd out at second base. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Melton. Get a good look from the left center field camera for the batter and the pitcher. And here comes the pitch, and it misses for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Jacob Melton. Wind starting to pick up a little bit out of center field, pushing on in, which around here, if the wind's blowing in, here comes the pitch. It's bunted down the third baseline. It's a good one. Gloved by the pitcher, and he'll have no play, as safe at first base is Melton. The third baseman, Robillard, was charging, but McBee cut in front of him, try and make the play. I don't think he went out of play anyway, as the third baseman, Robillard, was playing deep. Now runners at first and second for Linn-Benton, but with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Mascarenas down to second, Melton to first on the base hit, and that'll bring the plate Parker Kuntz. McBee will work out of the stretch as Kuntz will look for his first base hit of the afternoon. Here's the pitch. He shows a bunt. He goes down the third base line and foul. Guess they want to bring the third baseman Robillard up as he's playing back deep. Again, back to the weather. You can see the wind starting to kick the flag around quite a bit. And when that happens around here, a lot of times signals a weather change. Now, hopefully we won't get into that, but around here, we're used to it, especially Memorial Day weekend. 0-1 the count on Kuntz. Here's the pitch. Gets off the glove, or did it hit him? Up, hit the batter, and Kuntz will go down to first base. So Mascarenas will move to third. Melton down to second. Kuntz hit by the pitch. That's the first batter hit by a pitch by Tacoma pitchers today. Now that'll load the bases for Colton Talton. And Talton, his last at bat, broke up the no-hitter and the shutout with a home run to right center field.
Of this game.
So now he has a chance to really make things interesting if he can connect here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Baden Sports is proud to be the official ball partner of the NWAC championships. For nearly 40 years, Baden balls have set the standard for quality and craftsmanship, delivering world-class game balls to colleges and national conferences across the country. Baden, it's all about perfection. So the base is loaded now for
the designated hitter, number 5, Colton Talton.
Linn-Benton, as the designated hitter comes to the plate for the Linn-Benton team, for the Roadrunners. If he can get a hold of one here, like I said, then it becomes interesting. 10-1 right now, Tacoma. Here's the pitch. Swing, foul back to the backstop. And the count, no balls and a strike. Right on the pitch, but he fouled it away, and the count is 0-1. A couple of strikeouts for Talton, along with the solo home run back in the 7th. Now McBee will work from the full windup. Peers on in. Carlardi gives him the signal. And here comes the wind and the delivery. Off speed, and it's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and a strike on the number 5 hitter for the Roadrunners. And the Roadrunners want a great nickname along with the Yaks. That's what I like about the colleges. They come up with a lot better nicknames, especially at the junior college level. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that is low. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Talton. There actually looks like there is some activity down in the Tacoma bullpen down the left field line, behind left field, and there is some action down there. Here comes a 2-1 pitch, and that fastball is fouled back to the screen, and it counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now McBee 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning and giving his team a comfortable lead heading to the 9th. But also 1 swing can make it very interesting with Talton up there. He has 4 home runs on the year, which leads the Roadrunners on the year. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Curveball, called strike 3. And I think Talton knew it as he walks away, as he strikes out for the 3rd time this afternoon and leaves the bases loaded. Or Linn-Benton, no runs, and the bases loaded. After 8, 10-1 Tacoma.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
I am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
Okay. Top of the 9th, 10-1 Tacoma.
Shortstop, number 26, Gavin Grant.
We'll start with Grant Wheeler, and then McIntosh as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Tacoma leading by a score of 10-1. Dolan Jackson, the number 3 pitcher of the day for Linn-Benton.
Life is about moments.
Miss, strike 1 on Grant. Grant is got 1 base hit so far this afternoon. Here's the next pitch. It's low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, our next game scheduled for 4:35. That'll be Yakima Valley and Everett. Comes a 1-1 pitch, and that fastball is a little bit outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Grant. Comes a 2-1 pitch, and that bounces up to the plate. Now it's 3-1 on the leadoff batter here in the top of the 9th. Gavin Grant. Tacoma has scored in 5 of the 8 innings so far. Here's the next pitch, and that is a strike, and the count goes to 3-2. 3 runs in the 4th and 5th, and 2 in the 8th, and single runs in the 3rd and 6th. 3 hits now for Tacoma, or Linn-Benton. Here's the next pitch. Swing and fouled away. Right field line and out of play. The Roadrunners didn't pick up a hit till the bottom of the 7th on a leadoff home run by Colton Talton. And they picked up 2 last inning. Here's the next pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. So Grant strikes out for the 2nd time this afternoon as he's caught looking. And for Jackson, that's strikeout number 3. And for
left fielder,
the Roadrunners, their 6th strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring to the plate Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler today, 0 for 2. Had a couple of walks, a couple runs scored in the first pitch, called ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Thomas Wheeler. Jackson will work out of the stretch even with no one on base. Here's the next pitch. That is upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Left-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. He'll delay a game out there in left field. There's the pitch, bounces up to the plate. And it's 3-0 now on the hitter with 1 out here in the 9th inning. Here comes the next pitch, a fastball, outside corner, strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Wheeler. Tests back in again. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit towards the shortstop. Mascarenas has got it. Low throw, dug out there in time. And Wheeler's retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Mascarenas, a low throw, but dug out nicely by Fromstead. And Wheeler's retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice grab there. And he picks it. And that'll bring to the plate Cameron McIntosh. McIntosh with 3 RBIs here this afternoon on a base hit. The first pitch to him, swinging a line drive off the glove of the diving Mascarenas into left center field for a base hit. Mascarenas almost came up with it, but off the tip of his glove. And McIntosh has his 2nd base hit of the afternoon. See the replay, got up in the air, just couldn't quite get to it. And we go back to the top of the order. Kenton Robillard will step on in. Robillard today has not gotten a base hit yet, as the Titans now have 10 on the afternoon. Runner takes his lead, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Robillard. You know, Robillard doesn't have a base hit. He's been on base a couple of times, led off the ball game reaching on an error, and was hit by a pitch in the third and scored a run, and has a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Here's the next pitch, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Robillard. He's able to keep the inning going. Justin Vanderbrake will be up. Vanderbrake has 3 base hits and 4 at bats. Runner takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch, swing and a ground ball. Rolled to Macarenas. He's got to throw to second for the short way, and that will retire the Tacoma team here in the 9th inning of play. For Tacoma, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Tacoma 10, Linn-Benton 1.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings. Do you have that real look in your eye? That when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question. Did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya! Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Okay, we got a new pitcher for the Tacoma teams. We start the bottom of the 9th inning.
22, John Fortner.
John Fortner now in to try and save the game. Well, it's really a non-save situation for Tacoma, as Fortner will come on in. And I don't see him on the list. Oh, there he is. 3.77 ERA, the right-hander. First pitch, he's got a record of 2-2 in the year, 11 appearances, and he started 4 games. We get a look there at Fortner, a freshman from Portland. Here comes the next pitch, and that fastball misses away for ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. Mumbahe is up first, the catcher. And he'll take the. Oh wait, that's not Mumbahe. We got someone new up for the Titan or for the Roadrunners. That looks like Jacob Overstreet, and it is. Overstreet steps on in, and he pops it up, and it's caught by the center fielder. And Overstreet retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. And I should bring up Fremstad. It does.
There's the first baseman, number 14, Fritjof Fremstad.
Fremstad will step on in for his 4th at bat, and he swings to the first pitch, fouls it away, strike 1. Fremstad is 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the 3rd rather. Reached base on a walk in the 5th and grounded out in the 7th. 10-1 Tacoma. There's the next pitch, swing and fouled away for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Fritjof Fremstad. 3rd pitcher of the day for Tacoma, John Fortner. Here comes the next pitch, swing and a foul. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Again, 2 more games today. Yakima Valley and Everett will lock horns at 4:35, and then Mount Hood and Lower Columbia at 7:35. Next pitch, swing and a line drive into center field for a base hit. So Fritjof Fremstad, a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Linn-Benton. Linn-Benton today is 0 for 2, walked in the second. Flied out to the right fielder in both the 5th and 7th innings. Fortner looking for the ground ball to get the double play and end this contest. And the first pitch swung on, hit foul down the third base line. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike on Linn-Benton. 4 base hits for Linn-Benton, and 3 of those coming here in the 8th and 9th inning. Only had 1 base hit through 7, had nothing through 6. Fortner ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Hit to the second baseman. Glove there, and the throw to first not in time as the second baseman, McIntosh, got it to Grant for the first out. So Fremstad is retired for 6, and relay is not in time, and Linn-Benton back safe at first on the fielder's choice. Well, now there's 2 outs, and I'll bring up Hansen once again. Hansen, the right-handed batter. Here's the pitch, bouncing ball right back to Fortner. The pitcher's got it. He'll run 3/4 of the way to first base, underhand to the first baseman, and that will end the ball game. Tacoma wins game number 2 here of the NWAC Baseball Championships as they handily defeat Linn-Benton here by a final score of 10-1. For the Roadrunners in the 9th inning, no runs on 1 base hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. Your final score, again, here in game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships, the Tacoma Titans 10, the Linn-Benton Roadrunners 1. And for that, we'll now allow Tacoma to move into the winner's bracket tomorrow, as they will take on Spokane at 4:35, and Linn-Benton will now have to beat Edmonds tomorrow to keep its season alive, as they will play at 9:35 tomorrow morning. Again, that is a losers out contest, and that's the first losers out contest of the tournament. So for the Tacoma Titans, 10 runs on 10 hits. There are no errors. Linn-Benton 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors. Your winning pitcher this afternoon was Logan Gerling, as he goes 6 2/3 innings, allows 1 run on 1 base hit. It was just a solo home run by Colton Talton. He struck out 13 and he walked 4.
First, let's start with
I'll
our
go down the
pitcher
field.
right
Kirk
now.
Rowland.
Logan, hey, 6 innings, no hitter. Are you looking at that scoreboard? Is it going through your mind there?
Not at all. Just trying to get back into the dugout and get our bats rolling.
All right. What was working for you?
Everything, honestly. Feeling good with fastball, curveball, changeup. Feeling really good.
All right. Well, you're putting up zeros, and these guys are putting up some runs here. And I guess at that point, it's just cruise control for you. Huh?
Sure, yeah.
Look at him, man. Well, here's Justin Vandebrake, and 3 hits today. Getting the job done, but probably fun watching this guy, huh?
Yeah, it's always fun watching him throw. He's a real competitor out there. It's awesome.
All right, well, I guess this was a good scenario for you. Put some runs on the board and have your guys shove.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. Just stick to the approach and try to hit balls hard.
All right. These guys do it on the field. Congratulations, Tacoma.
All right, thank you, Kirk Rowland, for the interview there. And so that will now put Tacoma in the winner's bracket tomorrow at 4:35, and Linn-Benton will have to play Edmonds to try and keep its season alive at 9:35 tomorrow. That leaves us 2 more games here tonight, as Yakima Valley will take on the #1 team out of the North, Everett, at 4:35. Then the nightcap will feature the 2-time defending champion Lower Columbia Red Devils against Mount Hood, and that game set for 735. So again, your final score here in game number 2 of the NWAC Baseball Championships: Tacoma 10, Linn-Benton 1. Our next game will be about 4:35, so till then, this is Vern Foster with this reminder from Officer Wiper of the Kelso Police Department. Be good humans. So long.